Welcome back to the nimrodjaune podcast. I'm your host, Jack Adewale, and welcome back. Episode 31. I was thinking about taking a break for podcasting, and I was like, hell no, I gotta keep going. So we're here, we're back. Welcome back. Shout out to my Apple, Spotify users, Apple podcast listeners. Whether you're on Spotify or podcast, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for all the support on the last podcast. Got the funniest comment I've ever gotten in my life. Got that, but yeah, let's jump right into it. I was watching a Dante Cow video. I don't remember how long ago this was. He was talking about men and something. And he brought up the men in the bear, like the men and the bear in the forest, right? And I remember I heard it for the first time. I'm like, y'all rather be in the forest with a bear? That don't even make sense. Like, I know I'm not weird, so what the fuck did I do? And the way he explained it, it showed me why. Because it's like, yeah, you know you're not weird. She doesn't. So, do you think she's going to take a chance on something that she does not know? And I was like, oh, now that's true. She really doesn't know if I'm weird or not. Like, a man will never know what it's like to be a woman. My friends could explain to me the harsh of the woman to the day I die. And I will never truly understand what it's like because I don't live in that reality. It will forever and always be an idea or a concept created in my mind of this is how women are treated. Same thing. A woman will never actually truly understand what it's like to be a man unless she is a man. I can tell one of my female friends how it is, right? How it is to be a man and how I've been treated. It will forever and always be an idea in her head because when she wakes up in the morning, she's not gonna wake up and be like, oh, I'm a man. It's, oh, I'm a lady. That's not her reality. That's not our reality. So we need to criticize women, need to criticize women, and men need to criticize men. Why? Because we understand their realities. I can only criticize what I know. Me trying to tell a woman how to act is coming from the male perspective of how I want her to act. Not understanding the thoughts on what goes on to make her act the way she does. That's like a woman trying to tell me how I should act because she's going from the female perspective of how a man should act from the men in her life. So she's using the idea of an example that she's been shown is how a man should act. Same for me, I'm using the idea of an example I've been shown to how a woman should act. I understand how a man would think. I understand his thought process. So I would understand what leads to what makes certain men do different things. That does not excuse the fuckery both sexes do. That doesn't at all. It doesn't excuse it in the slightest. I still understand that both sexes do fucked up shit and fuck shit. I understand that. Don't ever get that twisted. I understand, right? But what I'm trying to say is we both do not understand the reality each other live. I don't know what it's like to be a black woman in America. I don't. A black woman, a white woman may never understand what it's like to be a black man in America. She probably will never ever. I can explain it to her as long as I want. As long as she lives, I can explain it. She will never actually understand because she doesn't live in the reality of being a black man. And as me being a black man, I can tell you niggas, a lot of y'all are weird. And I'm saying this from the perspective of the female friends I've been shown. The female friends have shown me messages with certain guys. And I can say this. A lot of you niggas who claim y'all are cool and blah, blah, blah are weird. I'm not saying this as a pick-me. I'm not saying this as a panderer. I'm saying this as a boy talking to men. A lot of you niggas are weird. And you don't realize it until you see the way they interact with women. You want to see how weird a nigga is? Go look at his messages with women. Go look at the way he treats women. That'll show you how weird a nigga is, or how structured a man is. I'm telling you. Because I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I haven't done some shit. I very well have. I've said, me and my homies, we've talked about some shit that's like, why are you talking about this? But it has never gone beyond the extent of, I remember there's a video, I seen this yesterday, Sunday, about a guy talking about, do you think fat bitches got pussy at 6 in the morning? Got good pussy at 6 in the morning. And they're having a serious discussion. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I may not have said that. But the reaction behind it was not a serious conversation. It was of, they looked at me crazy and then we just kept it pushing. Or we laughed and we were just like, it never was a serious topic. If that's a serious topic you're discussing, because it doesn't matter how serious it may be to you or it doesn't. There's a time and a place for things. I don't think there's a time and a place where you should even be discussing that, something like that. But going back to my main point of we don't understand reality. I understand the thought process behind a lot of these guys when they do weird shit. Like, an example of weird shit is, let's say you in the mall, you see a girl, right? She bad. I mean bad. And your homie be like, go talk to her. And be like, nah, bro, I ain't even on that. And he be like, bro, just go talk to her. What's the worst that can happen? Side note, the worst a girl can say to you, woman, lady, whatever you want to call her, female, whatever you want to call her, can say to you is ew. As long as you don't get it, ew, that ain't that bad, right? Like, go talk to her. And like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go talk to her. Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, nothing, but I just want to say, you know, I think you look good. Can I get your IG or something? She was like, nah, I'm good. I got a boyfriend. Fuck you, bitch. I don't even like you anyway, you dirty, stank looking ass bitch. I can understand the thought process behind that. Does it make sense? No. Your ego got hurt because she said no. Or then she don't even got to say the boyfriend part, like, nah, I'm cool. Fuck you then, bitch. I don't even like you. You really ugly as fuck. You were literally just trying to have sex with her. And now she's ugly. That doesn't make sense. But I can understand it. I can understand that, okay, his ego got hurt. He's being a bitch right now, but we can work on that. A girl sees it like, what the fuck wrong with him? Very valid, because what the fuck is wrong with you? If a girl ever rejects you, they say thank you for your time and keep it pushing. Not every girl is going to want to talk to you. Not every girl is going to find you attractive. And that's okay, bro. It's okay. As guys, we need to hold other guys accountable for the fuck shit. And I want to loop this back to the Men in the Bear Force example, because let's use the dynamic of the thing I just talked about, where a guy going to ask a girl for her number, right? The guy knows his intentions. She does not. So this is her, this is him, same right here. He knows his intentions. She doesn't. So you can tell by the back of my hand and the front of my hand. You can see the front of my hand, but you can't see the back of my hand. You can see the back of my hand, but you can't see the front of my hand. That's how it is. He knows his intentions, so he's coming to her. She doesn't know his intention, so she might be walking away because, like, I don't know what he wants. That's how it is with the Man in the Force situation. You never know what guy you're gonna get. You never really know. There's a lot of great men out here. A lot. Don't ever let that be discouraged or ever let that be fooled. There's a lot of great men out here. A lot. The problem becomes when it is, oh, who are they? That's the problem, because yeah, there's a lot of great men out there, but there's also a lot of terrible men out here. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's hard to decipher between the two. So I can understand why a lady would want to pick a bear. because you don't know what men you're going to get. A bear is going to do what a bear wants to do. A bear, majority, might kill a human. That's how it is, right? It might kill you, maul you, whatever. A human can do some very fucked up shit and keep you alive. We don't even gotta get into it, but slavery is part of one of the worst things you can do to a human while keeping them alive. Mentally and physically. So, encapsulating all of everything I've just talked about from the Dante Kyle video, it was like, I really don't understand, or probably wouldn't get the female perspective of a man. And if you're a lady, you want to leave a comment and like give your personal experience on it, feel free to, because I'm a guy, 17. I don't really do any of that for me. Virgin, very, very much, right? Don't really interact with women very much. I be on my own thing, right? I can imagine it's not really the best feeling every time a guy comes up to you. If it's a guy that you find attractive, you know, you might be more receptive to him. But I can't imagine what it's like to have an egged on guy you don't find attractive approach you. Because majority of the time, if a guy is walking up to a girl, he's either alone, he got egged on by his group, or he was with the group and decided, yo, hold on, I'm about to go. Feel me? That's the majority of the time it happens. So I can imagine it's probably not the best experience in the world getting hit on. And I've been hit on by a gay man before, and it didn't make me feel comfortable. I'll tell the short story. I'm looking for a pawn shop to sell my PS4. I didn't even need the money. I just wanted it gone, right? Calling around GameStop, said they would give me $50. I said $50 for this. Eat my dick. Banged it on them, right? Blocked the number. I'm waiting on the bus to know. I think I was about to go to the GameStop to like see what they on. I'm waiting by the bus stop, right hand to God. I'm turned around. I'm on a tree. I'm on the phone with my homie. Gay nigga pull up in a red car behind me, say, yo, butt fat, do this and drive off. I damn near lost it, gang. Oh my God, I almost fucking lost it that day. After that shit happened, I was in shock and I got the fuck home immediately. I think I might have took a picture of that day from that day. It might be like a squirrel on the floor, whatever it was. I got the fuck home immediately because I did not feel comfortable being in that area of being hit on. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Nothing wrong. It's just the fact of how he went about hitting on me weirded me out to the point where I didn't even want to be in the general area of where I was at. I haven't been in that area probably since that day. I've been there on the bus, but not particularly at that point. I haven't been at that point since that day. And this happened maybe last year. So I cannot imagine what it's like to be a lady and you're being hit on like continuously. I can't imagine it. And I also want to touch on this bit because we're on this. Men, I think some guys have called it like an unfair advantage of, because women get to like pick and choose. Men, we get to pick and choose who we approach, right? Like, I've never gone up to a girl that I did not find attractive. Granted, I might have got dubbed a couple times, but anybody who shoots knows you gonna miss a couple shots. That's just how life works, right? I've never went up to somebody I did not want or didn't find attractive. We have the choice in who we approach. They just have the choice in giving us the reception that we may want. So if I go up to this girl, right, I think she's attractive. I mean, she's beautiful, right? I can go up to her, talk to her, chat her up, right, and ask for the number. It is now in her hands to see if she wants to give me her number or not. And if she doesn't, all right, cool. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you for your time. Just keep it pushing. Women, we both have choice. I don't know why you think it's unfair. I'm not gonna lie, every time somebody say it's not fair, it kind of rub me the wrong way just a tad bit, but that's not a topic for today. The topic for today is just men hold a man accountable, women hold a woman accountable. Me trying to understand different perspectives, right? Because before I end the podcast, I just want to touch on this one thing real quick. So, I know I talked about men are weird, right? I know I have. But ladies, y'all are not exempt from this. I've met a lot of women in my life, or girls, who weirded me out. There was this one girl that goes to my school. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't even know her name. She made me feel so uncomfortable trying to make it seem or describe me with the action of giving head and me being gay. That made me feel so uncomfortable. Someone's in front of me, like directly in front of me, saying, "Oh, you suck dick," some stuff like that, directly in front of me. Like, ugh. I've met a lot of weird women in my life. Well, not a lot, but I've met some. And if there's one character trait I can describe each sex has that I may not like, a lot of you guys are weird and a lot of you women are fake. You might not meet a lot of weird women in your lifetime, right? But you will definitely meet a lot of fake women. And I'm not saying that to be like slight women. There's a lot of great women out there. There's a lot of great men out there, right? Let's stick on that. Let's stay on that. I just want to highlight the negatives that I've seen. There's a lot of women where it's like y'all stay in friend groups with women you know you don't like, you know have talked about you or currently do, but you still stay with them. I've never seen this until I turned 17. I've never in my life seen a friend group that has women in there who you know they don't like each other all too well, but still hang around each other and still act friendly towards each other. That blew my mind when I seen it, because it's like, if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to be around them. I thought that was like what we agreed on. Like, if you don't like somebody, you just don't hang around them. Because it's like, I'm not really cool or too cool with you. I'm just gonna go do my own thing, right? Nah. These guys, these women I've seen, absolutely talk bad about them. Go into personal detail that I shouldn't have even known, referencing back what I've said in previous videos and podcasts. I've seen women friend groups where it's like they don't like each other. They talk crazy about each other. And next thing you know, they're hanging out with each other again. They're mingling with each other again. They're calling each other again. They're calling themselves best friends. Like they didn't just talk the worst about each other. Like they didn't just reveal or tell private information. Like information that you would have kept to the grave and just told everybody. Like, does privacy not matter when you and somebody's arguing? I thought like when you and somebody else have a problem, you don't bring people into it. I thought you and that person just, y'all talk our differences out, or y'all go through y'all little beef stage, y'all little beef phase, and y'all just hash it out. Not y'all bring more people into it and then y'all escalate it to something that it's not supposed to be. I've told this story maybe a couple times, but this friend group, they go out. There was this friend group. This girl gets put on, let's say S and T. S puts T on with somebody, right? The person that S puts T on with wants to do things with S, right? And it comes back that S did something with the person they put on T. So T gets mad. And then they're like, and she brings her sister into it, right? And she just gets mad and they just say, nah, fuck her, right? Being in the middle of that whole thing, and you hear both sides, you hear information of it's like, why are you telling me this? I get it, you're beefing with them and you don't like that person, but why do you feel so comfortable telling someone's private information or somebody's private business to somebody you don't know all too well? And then they beef. 2 months later, they're best friends. They're calling each other. That doesn't make sense to me. As a man, me using my very not developed yet male mind can't grasp the concept of beefing, not liking each other, getting back together as a friendship, and then trying to get back to the area y'all were and just ignore all the damage you've done. That's like the United States bombing the mess out of Iran and then saying, you know what, Iran, let's just put all of that to the past. Let's just put all of that in the past. What's up with us? I don't get it. Maybe if a woman can explain it to me, because that's not something I've experienced as a man or male. My fault, not a man yet, male. I don't know. I would love to know what's like, because I don't get it. I don't. But this is the end of the Nimrodjaune podcast, episode 31. Love y'all. Be safe, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.